let's get into the collaboration forum. So our next step here is to get into that course, and I'm going to go ahead and click on collaboration. And there's going to be a couple of things that you're going to see here. One is the actual forum section where you are going to be able to go ahead and place your discussion questions, see the threads of the discussion that is taking place. And here you're going to see the roster. You're going to see the roster of your students. At this time, as you can tell, um, there I am. Okay. And we're going to move back now. I'm going to go ahead and get back into the forum section. And I'm going to set up the forum here. So here is the orientation. I'm going to click on that. Okay. And I'm going to add a post. And the subject will be orientation module. Collaboration forum discussion 1. And I like adding all of this information specifically when I have more than one discussion thread that's going to be going on in the module. So in my orientation module, I just have one forum discussion that's going to take place. But in following modules, I have 2, and I try not to get up to 3. It tends to kind of overwhelm the students, especially when they have the comprehension or assignments that are due. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and what I've done is I went into my orientation module and I copied the information that was due for my forum so that it resembles exactly what is going to be said here. I'm going to go ahead and paste that. There is something really important here that I am setting forth right away at the beginning of the semester for my students, is that they need to remember that in the discussion rooms, they have to respond a total of 3 times. In this class, that is what my expectation is. They're going to respond to my initial posted question and then to 2 other e-learners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bold that. You can see that I've used some different coloring variations. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to separate a few things. And again, I'm not going to mess around and change things up so it looks different than what I put in the orientation module about the discussion forum. But I'm going to separate it just a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of space here. And I've bolded this. I'll add that space there. And just add that little asterisk there so it stands out even more. I will go ahead and scroll down. I can preview it if I want, but I'm looking at it right now and I think it looks perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and submit that. Okay. If you do not have a picture of yourself for your students to see you, I recommend that you do. They appreciate it. I encourage my students to actually upload pictures of themselves so that they can see me, I can see them. It works out really well. And this is a picture that I took about 10 years ago, and I think that will stay up there for as long as I want it to. I didn't have as much gray hair back then. So the other thing that I can do is go back to forums. I can click edit. And when I click edit, there's a number of things that I can do. So as you can see here, I've got a number of things going on. This is my orientation, and I've got that folder there. These are the ones that cannot be seen by my students as of yet. How do we do that? Just go over to the pencil here and you can actually say display now, display later. I'm choosing to display today just for the sake that you can all see this. And I'm not putting an end date on this right now. However, because this is going to be the orientation module, what I would do is, because the deadline for the students will be the Tuesday the 19th, I would just click 19th here. I change the time to 11:55 p.m. And then what I want here is just replies. I don't mess around with this. This just works out just fine. Same thing with restriction, and I don't use any moderation in regards to, they have to post it and then I view it and then I okay it. I don't mess with that either. After this deadline date is over, there's a couple of choices that can happen. The students can actually see it, but they cannot respond to it. You can hide it so it is completely gone, or you can delete it. I will choose hidden because to me it means that the conversation is over. If you didn't make it in to meet all your Porsche requirements, then the discussion is moved elsewhere, just like it would happen if somebody's late in meeting somebody. It's gone, it's over. So I generally use the hidden feature here. Click Save Topic, and now everything should be as I intend it to be for the orientation discussion. Then I just click the exit edit mode, and then we're back to the actual page here. So as you can tell, this shows me who recently posted. I go in here a lot. I probably go into the discussion forums maybe 2, if not 3 times a day. There is also a feature in here where when students do respond, that I can subscribe. I do that. I really like to get emails to see who is in there. When I get those emails, I can read them right away through my email, and if I have to go in and maybe redirect a student, I can. If I need to go in and ask the student, hey, give me a little bit more information, you didn't give enough, saying I agree is not meeting the criteria. So again, I really like this feature. So if you hit subscribe, I just click on this, click save, and so from here on out, the students who post, I will automatically get an email with what they had posted. Really cool feature. And that pretty much concludes the forums at this point. If you have any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me and I'll be happy to help you through anything.